Our very kind English-speaking tour guide Junie gave my son and myself a wonderful, very interesting tour. She gave interesting insight on the Blue House and made the tour extremely special. I noticed that while she was talking, other people were listening because she was so interesting. I highly recommend this tour. You can visit the formal presidential residence and office on foot without any transfers. You meet with the tour guide at the Gyeongbok Palace station and then walk to the Blue House together. The tour lasted 2 hours or less, depending on the pace. Our tour guide was very knowledgeable and shared a wealth of information about the history of the Blue House and Korean history, including the original construction of the Blue House and its completion. Despite the hot and humid weather, we were a small group, and the guide was patient. Yoo Jong is one of the best guide I had seen so far. She's extremely dedicated, friendly, and I can see she's always doing her best to make her customer feel comfortable. I'm happy she guided my tour and it was really amazing. However, do note that the Blue House can be accessed for free. You are basically paying for the guide, but for me, it was definitely. My tour guide is very approachable, knowledgeable in terms of explaining each and every details. In terms of time, very prompt, he arrived earlier in the meeting place. Moreover, he is service-oriented, speak English very well, and I could also practice my Korean language skills. Overall, the tour is like walking with a friend since I am the only person. We booked this tour over multiple bookings and got the agency to merge the bookings for us. We booked a Chinese tour on a weekday and somehow we were the only ones in the tour, so we got a private tour. Our tour guide was an Ajuma fluent in Chinese. She was extremely friendly and tried very hard to keep the atmosphere light for us even though we were very awkward people. We booked this tour over multiple bookings and got the agency to merge the bookings for us. We booked a Chinese tour on a weekday and somehow we were the only ones in the tour, so we got a private tour. Our tour guide was an Ajuma fluent in Chinese. She was extremely friendly and tried very hard to keep the atmosphere light for us even though we were very awkward people. We booked a Chinese tour on a weekday and somehow we were the only ones in the tour, so we got a private tour. Our tour guide was an Ajuma fluent in Chinese. She was extremely friendly and tried very hard to keep the atmosphere light for us even though we were very awkward people. Our guide, Hyunju/Junie, was really amazing. Her comments, explanations, and graphic illustrations that she brought along with her were so interesting and clear, and we were able to better understand the past history of both Gyeongbok Palace and Cheongwadae. We also had a great time talking with Junie throughout the walks and learning more about living in Korea in general. She helped us take lots of pictures, also did not hesitate to help give us advice on what an amazing opportunity to be able to experience the Blue House in Seoul. I highly recommend anyone wishing to experience it to take this tour before the president decides to end them again, since not even the locals had a chance to see the Blue House in their lifetime before 2022. I also had the opportunity to visit the Gyeongbok Palace again, but this time we started from the back instead of the front. It gave the tour a different perspective and I learned new. The tour was well organized. We got a message beforehand where our guide would meet us. We were only a few people, so it was very private and we got the chance to ask many questions. Lizzie is a great tour guide and she told us many interesting things about the Blue House and the palace. She also helped us taking pictures together and answered all our questions. All in all, great.